Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another amazing video. Thank you so much for watching. On this video, I'm going to be talking about DXN and how much you could potentially be making if you were to invest $100 USD into one of their coins. Of course, we all know that DXN is in multiple networks. Each of them have a different price. All of them pretty much you can get them into different exchanges. For the most part, it's Uniswap, and we got to keep in mind that you got to put in money that you can afford to lose. But if you were to invest your money into this, how much could you generate every 24 hours? Of course, the payouts are going to be very different depending on how much Zen is being burned, how much DXN is in everybody's, staking amount, and who is selling how much at some price. A lot of stuff correlates to your payouts, as well as, of course, the Ethereum in the contract. So let's start the video by saying thank you, DB Zen team, for providing a portion of this DXN investment, the coins. Shout out to them. They really are a big help, and I don't think I would have been able to do this video if it wasn't for them helping out just a little bit. But give them a follow. Their Twitter page will be down below in the description. I would really appreciate it. It will take a hot minute for this video to go out, simply because I'm gonna do a 24-hour staking period. So I have all DXNs except for like 3 networks. I think Ethereum POW, I don't have that one. Of course, Doge Chain, and I am missing, I think, one more. Of course, Pulse Chain, right? You don't include that one because that one is not out yet. It is though. It will be, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you have your Pulse Chain Zen ready to go. But some of them have really sketchy swaps and exchanges. I don't trust them as much. Plus the price impact is big on majority of them, with like 60%, something like that price impact, and I'm not going to be paying that. So I'd rather just skip them for now, but I got majority of the DXNs. It's $100, approximately $100 from the networks that I do have. So let's see what happens. I'm going to be locking them up for 24 hours. This is going to be a one video, do all video, in which, at the end, you will see how much the DXN tokens generated me within a 24-hour time period. So these are the current DXNs, which is, of course, the ERC20. There's Avalanche, the Coinbase one, Binance, Ethereum, POW. Bro, there's so many. I understand that. But luckily, each of them do help out the Zen in burning and lowering that circulating supply. Well, the overall supply, I should say. So these are all the coins out there, not including the Pulse Chain Zen, in which it's going to be coming out. Well, the Pulse Chain DXN, I should say, shortly, in a few weeks, actually. So the 23rd of October, if I remember correctly, they will be launching on Pulse Chain. The next slide is, when did the DXN launch? Each of these networks launched at a different time period. I hope I have these timestamps right. I had to go based off of ZenPub. So Polygon, of course, was the very first one, starting off on February 16th of 2023 this year. Each of them have a different timestamp. Well, majority of them are the same, but of course, some of them are different. They went off of a different, I think it was like UTC. For me, it is EST, Eastern Standard Time. So Polygon started February 16th at 10 a.m. Ethereum was March 22nd at 10 a.m. And then you see Base that started at 3:10 p.m. So every 24 hours, them are the payouts, and, every 24 hours. The Ethereum POW and all the list on the right side started on March 16th based off of what I seen on Twitter. And it went anywhere from 7 in the morning all the way to 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So it does vary. And in the bottom, oh, there it is. That's where I put it. The Pulse Chain is October 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on this slide is that it just shows you where to buy the correlated DXN in case you want to purchase this. I know I'm covering up a good amount with my camera, all that stuff, but I'll show you here in a bit, or at least I'll tell you. Uniswap has majority of it. You can buy the MATIC, the Coinbase, the Optimism, of course, the regular ERC20, the Binance one. I forgot to include it in here, apparently. But the forge.trade, the red is the websites. Be very safe. Make sure you have the right website on there. I don't want you to get scammed. For the Evmos, it's forge.trade. PancakeSwap also has pancakeswap.finance, has the Binance DXN, but Uniswap has it as well. And Uniswap has Avalanche, but I like Trader Joe just a little bit better. That is TraderJoeXYZ.com. Spooky Swap is for Phantom. StellaSwap.com, in case you don't see that little sector right there, but it's StellaSwap.com. That one is for Moonbeam. And OKX, I'm not a big fan of OKX. That's another one I did not pretty much get in or anything. Majority of this is just buying DXN because you do have to burn a lot of Zen because there's very, very much a lot of people out there that are burning a handful of Zen to be able to be like the top position. The more you burn, the bigger allocation your bag is. Like if you're number one, you literally get thousands and thousands of DX in, but there's a lot of whales out there already, especially since Zen is so cheap. They're buying hundreds of dollars worth just to be able to stay on top of like top 10. So I just went ahead and bought out of the market. Some of them were like a 10, 15% price slippage, price impact, but I was fine with that. Better than 60% whenever it comes to that. Now the DXM prices are on the screen. Ethereum is at $1.84. I have 100 of them coins right there, which is about a $200 value. Optimism is hovering around 4.5 cents, give or take. And you can go on the list and see that Polygon, Avalanche, and all of them are just barely under 10 cents. Phantom being at 7.5. The cheapest one is, of course, the OKX. These prices do vary a lot. Like literally whenever somebody comes in and buys even $50 worth, the price can go up 10%, 20%, depending, of course, right? So you got to keep that in mind. This is at the time of whenever I was editing and making the slides and doing all that stuff. But Pulse Chain is not on here. It is still pending. I'm looking forward to see how much that price is going to be on DXN. It could be maybe 10 cents, 15 cents. Who knows? But all I know is that I'm going to be ready. I hope you will be ready for this as well. So here we have the DBZen website. It is dbzen.org. Please have the right website on you. Make sure you are not connected to the wrong one. I don't want you to get scammed or anything. All you got to know about this is that these are batches, and each batch is correlated to 2.5 million Zen. The protocol fee, the transaction cost, does factor in a lot whenever it comes to minting these because of the gas fee. The cheaper you can get in at a certain point that gas is cheap, the best. The more you can get based off of course, the staking, not the staking amount, but the DXN allocation, as well as how much Zen you're going to be end up burning to able to get more DXN. It gets harder and harder because there's a lot of people that are very competitive and want to stay on top no matter what. So if they see you being, right behind you, they're just going to go ahead and buy and burn a lot more Zen just to be able to be even higher than you are. So I'm going to be doing pretty much everything except for, let's see, I have $100 of each network of DXN except for OKX. I don't like OKX, man. There's something about it that I don't like. Of course, Doge Chain, I don't have that one. Ethereum PAL, sketchy. Like they're the places that I was looking at to buy DXN. I just don't like it. It looks too sketchy. I'm gonna leave that one out. So that's the three, if I remember correctly. I think that's it. Just OKX, Doge Chain, and Ethereum PAL. Them are the only ones. The rest of them, I have $100 worth of DXN. And a very certain portion of it was provided by the DXN team. Shout out to them again, man. Thank you so much. Can I get a thank you, DBZen, down below in the comment section, please? It would really mean a lot. I want them to see that you also appreciate it. If it wasn't for them, this video would not have been possible, most likely. So I'm going to start off with Optimism. It is, of course, the cheapest one out there. In my opinion, the value, the price of DXN, it is too cheap compared to what it could do in the future. That's what I meant. But that's just on me, man. That the change of how it works and the fact that the AMP is was 300 plays a big factor, man. In my opinion, Optimism DXN is very cheap to what it could potentially be in the future, but that's not financial advice, right? That's just my own opinion. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start staking. I'm going to do max, please. Stake. There we go. Initialize staking. I'm going to go ahead and stake the full-on amount of 2,300. Let's see. Yeah, I had to make sure that the timer for this to run out was not like within the time period of me doing this, just in case. I want to do it whenever it's fresh, so that way by the time tomorrow's payouts are good, you know, one of them won't be a payout and then the next day nothing at all. I'm curious to how much I'm going to be generating, yo. I really am. Hopefully it's a good amount. In total, I want to say all this video in general costed about I want to say about $1,100 ish, somewhere around there to be able to make. So I would really appreciate it if you guys click the like button and subscribe. Comment down below anything. This is by far the most expensive video I had to do. It's crazy, but I do it for you guys, for the Zen community, so that way you can get a brief idea of how much you could generate. You know, I'll do it for you. I'll guide you throughout the whole entire way if I have to. By the way, Evmos is really buggy, man. It's I don't know. It's something about it right now that is doing crazy stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and reject that one. Instead, I'm gonna change it right here. I'd rather go into MetaMask and change the network. So I have 100 DXN on there. I'm gonna initialize staking and click on max. That's 100 coins, about a $200 value-ish, give or take, at the current price of DXN under the Ethereum network. Once that finishes up, I will click confirm so I can stake it, and I will be good to go. So max, stake. It's just, luckily, Ethereum fees are so cheap right now, and I won't have to worry much about it. $1.61, take my money. Let's go, baby. Boom. So 100 DXN is now staked. The next one up is going to be Polygon. Let's go. Go ahead and switch networks, so that way we are ready to go. I have 1556 DXN under here. I'm going to go ahead and approve. That way I can go ahead and stake it as well. Confirm the transaction, 0.025 MATIC. That's perfectly fine. Okay, that one is done. Let's head on over to Avalanche. On Avalanche, I have 1,545 DXN. Approve it. How much do you guys think I'm going to get? You know, I'm curious. I hope it's a good amount. I really do hope it's a good amount. Let's do the whole thing, of course. 1 cent? My goodness. That's crazy. There we go. 4 cents. That sounds about right. 1,500 DXN on Avalanche is getting ready to stake. I really hope the price of DXN on all these networks just skyrockets. Binance, I have 2180 DXN. That's a good handful right there. Approve and stake. There we go. So Binance one is staked. Phantom is up next. Let's see. Oh, I think this one is the one where I have to go. There are some networks that it just crashes MetaMask for some reason. I don't know why. It is really annoying. And then Evmos is also having a lot of problems as well. I don't know if you guys are having the same issue as I am. Initialize staking. I have 3,600 DXN under the Phantom network, which is, you know, I got that with about I think this was like $93 or $96 worth after like all the fees that I had to do in order to get the My Phantom. Okay, there we go. I finally went through 3,600 on Phantom. Let's see. What is the next one? Is Moonbeam. Moonbeam is actually a good amount. I remember I bought a good amount. 4,250 Moonbeam DXN. A good handful. Not too bad. I gotta approve the smart contract, like always. Is it having issues again? I think Moonbeam and Evmo. Yeah, it is. Moonbeam and Evmos lately have just been, my goodness, a pain in the butt. Really bad. I have to constantly take away the network, like delete the network, and then add it back on. So it is very frustrating. Okay, now we can try to, there we go. Now it went through. Even better. Confirm. This one should be a lot faster than what Phantom did. I'd hope so. There we go. Successfully approved. Now we got to stake the coins. 0.02 Moonbeam. That's fine. That's cheap. There we go. Moonbeam is good to go. Onward to Evmos. I have 7,200 DXN tokens. Go ahead and click all, so I can stake the full 7,200 DXN tokens and see how much DXN is going to, well, technically Evmos is going to be generating me within 24 hours. The payouts, guys, by the way, it goes based off of the network that you're in. For example, ETH will pay you Ethereum. So that's already good to go. And Base is the second to last one right now. Base was super easy to get in and out, man. It was a very fast process to do. Click max, 3,300 DXN on Coinbase. Ready to be staked. Ready to be making me some ETH under the Base network. You know, I'd be happy if I was to make 0.001. I don't even know how much the payouts are going to be, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to be going through each network on here as well, just to make sure that it did go through the right way, make sure that my DXN is being staked. But this is pretty much the first half of the video in which I'm on here, and now the second video, the second half of this video is just showing you how much I generated from the 100 USD worth of DXN that made me on here. So hopefully it's a good amount, fingers crossed. And this hopefully helps you get you a better, look about the power of DXN and what it could be doing in the future for Zen in general. And I hope it don't stop, and I hope they continue doing progress every day, every month, every year. I hope that they continue burning all the Zen possible, because we need it really, really bad right now, especially at these prices of Zen. But luckily, they did come out with DB Zen NFTs. If you want me to do a video of that with the same style as I'm doing right now, click the like button so I can see that you are interested in it. Comment down below, let me know as well. But guys, this is the first half. Let me go ahead and finish up the second. I'll be right back with the payouts. All right, guys, it has now been over 24 hours. It's actually been 2 days, okay? So the first 24 hours, the payout really didn't come to the wallet. It wasn't until the next cycle. I don't know if it was because of the time that I put my coins to stake, or, just that's how it worked. But I finally got all of the coins to pay me out, and some of them are really good. Other ones are like not to the point to where, in my opinion, you should be buying and staking. Overall, what I can say is that it is way better and more beneficial for you if you just burn your Zen in order for you to get DXN and get, a certain majority of DXN out there for your payouts to be like actually worth it, and a lot more worth doing. Okay, so if you don't remember, I'm pretty sure you have, because it's all in one single video. But I did pretty much $100 of DXN token throughout all blockchains except for like 2 or 3. And let me show y'all pretty much my payouts. So I already, on all my DXNs throughout all networks, I already unstaked them. Okay, as you guys can see up top, unstaked. I already unstaked all of them because I was only trying to do the 24 hours. I wasn't trying to do the rest and get messed up on payouts and stuff like that. So they are already unstaked. That way I could be organized in case I forgot about it, especially since, the timestamp on them, pretty much all coins on the networks are different. Like one DB Zen is at 8 a.m., 7 a.m. for me. Another one's till like 3 p.m., stuff like that. So I just went ahead and unstaked them so I could get like organized. So for Evmos, I got 2.2 Evmos tokens as my fees, right? That's not that bad. I actually do like that. I feel there's two networks that I think are pretty much worth it, okay? That is Evmos and Avalanche. And I think there might even be a third one, if I remember correctly. But I know Avalanche is actually doing really, really good. If you were to buy anything, you know, out there and just stake it. It's them two are like the only ones that I think it's actually worth it to do anything at all whenever it comes to buying their DXN and actually coming along and going and staking. So, oh, again, thank you so much for DXN to be able to DBZN team and the developers and all you guys doing a great job again. Thank you for, you know, the help that you guys did to make this video possible. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start off with the well, the second one, I should say, through Ethereum. So I'm going to go change, I don't know why, changing networks lately for MetaMask has been a pain in the butt. But yeah, Ethereum for ETH, I had 100 DXM for this one, which is about $200-ish, which paid out almost 0.0004 ETH. Okay, so that's what the Ethereum one did for me, which isn't too bad. You know, it's still ETH. Plus, you got to also think if you're staking your DXN under the ERC20 token, you also got to remember that this coin had a value that was like crazy ridiculous, man. So these $100, or I'm sorry, these 100 DXN, you know, going back to the previous prices, it's just thousands of dollars, which is insane. I'm going to go ahead and head on over to the Binance Smart Chain, me over 0.002 BNB. Let me know what you think about that one. I think that was a pretty fair one whenever it came to getting in. So some of these coins I did not even bother getting in simply because of the liquidity out there. It is insane. You would get like a price impact of like 45 to 60%. That's why I was like, I'm not even going to bother doing that. You know, hopefully you guys understand why I didn't want to do that. So I just, you know, did the ones that I thought were worth it for the content wise. So for the Moonbeam, majority of you guys probably are in Moonbeam, Phantom, and Evmos and stuff like that because of the cheap gas fees and stuff like that. So I feel that, I understand that, and this one is what it did. For 4,200 DXN, it gave me 0.522 of the token, GLMR. That's just the ticker for it. If you think it's worth it, if you don't think it's worth it, let me know. I'm just going, you know, straight down the list through Phantom. I remember the Phantom one being all right, for the most part. It was almost 0.1 Phantom from my 3,600 that I was staking on there. That one was a questionable one, simply because Phantom is one of them where like one day it's really good, another day it's like the transactions just are really, really bad. It's like slow, and sometimes they go through, sometimes they don't. At least for me, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And then there's just other scenarios that the gas fee is just skyrocketing like crazy and literally seconds. So that one's about 0.1 Phantom. On to Avalanche. This one's the one that I do think was actually worth it. About 0.03, almost 0.03 AVAX tokens. I may have to put back to staking Avalanche, Evmos, of course Ethereum, I'm going to put it back to stake, and maybe even BNB. So them are most likely the ones that are just going to stay in there. But the rest, I feel like I'm just going to take them out and just burn Zen to get batchments and get that up and running. I feel like that just will be better. But everybody's strategy, of course, is different. If you think burning is better, that's fine. If you think staking everything's better, just buying it from the market, that's perfectly fine as well. But Pulse Chain is coming out soon. Thank you. Yes, let's go. I already did Phantom. That's already there. Polygon. I think Polygon was the one that I was like, I don't know about that one. So 0.32 MATIC tokens in that 24-hour period. So a day, you're looking to get about 0.3. Of course, these payouts and all that stuff will vary by a lot of factors, you know, just the pool, the contract, you know, people minting, burning, you know, the amount of supply, demand, a bunch of stuff will come into factor about this payout. But, you know, 0.3 is what you're looking at roughly. And let's see, which one else? Hopefully I'd get into all optimism. Yep, this one gave me 4 zeros and a 3. Yeah, so the optimism one, you know, this one's the one where it's like, I don't know about this one, man. So for the ETH optimism fee share that I had was 4 zeros and a 2-4. I think this one's not worth doing at all, but that's just, you know, that's just me. I think the last one for the most part is going to be Base Network. Oh no, Base and Evmos. Base Network right here. This one, I can't remember exactly how much Base paid me out. Or I think it didn't. I think I might have accidentally. Oh, I think I did. That's my fault. I think I unstaked right before the payout. I think I did. Shoot. That's my fault. So I'm not 100% sure about how much this one is. Aw, dang. And I really don't feel like waiting another 2 days to make this video. So that's my fault, guys. I do apologize. So if I were to guess, maybe like 3 to 4 zeros and like a 2 for ETH fee share for that one. I apologize for the Base Network. I think this is the one that comes out at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon for me. Yeah, that must have been it. And I was unstaking my coins so that way I could get, you know, the right amount and not go for 2 days instead of the 1 day that I wanted to do. Oops, that's my fault 100%. I do apologize for that part. But probably like, you know, 4 zeros, 3 to 4 zeros and a 2. Evmos, you guys already pretty much saw that one. I think Evmos is the best one in my opinion to be doing. That's worthwhile. You know, it does have a small whenever you buy it on the market, which is Forge, or if you can buy it in Diffusion, I think it is. I think Forge has more liquidity, but that price impact is, it depends on how much you buy. It can be from like 20%, give or take. You know, I think Phantom, it was like a 25% whenever I was getting it. But if that's going to be it, then I feel like, you know, that you should just burn your Zen. And that's just my own opinion. I did not do Ethereum proof of work. You know, that it was just a headache. And I did not do Doge Chain. I didn't do Doge Chain. And OKX, I didn't do that one. So, you know, just them are the only ones where I thought and I kind of didn't want to do them personally. We'll see, man. Just let me know what you think of the video. If you did like it, make sure you click the like button, subscribe, comment, you know, join up, be a member. Let's grow together. Hopefully this video helped out and, you know, pretty much gave you a clue about the power of DBZen. For me, I think it's just better burning. It really is. So if you don't have any Zen, continue minting, continue claiming, do them batch mints on the coin tool, because everybody apparently didn't know about coin tool. And just do your own strategy that works, okay? So thank you again, DBZen, for being able to provide and help out and all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. So shout out to you. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. All right, take it easy. I'm out. Peace.